welcome back to Dan Does It. Today we're going to be going through Cisco Packet Tracer 2.5.5, configure initial switch settings. So let's go through our objectives really quick over here. Verify the default switch configuration, configure a basic switch configuration, configure a MOTD banner, save the configuration files to the non-volatile RAM, and configure switch 2. So let's jump right into it, guys. Part 1, verify the default switch configuration. Step 1, enter privilege exec mode. You can access all switch commands from privilege exec mode. However, because many of the privilege commands configure operating parameters, privilege access should be password protected and prevent unauthorized use. The privilege exec command set includes the commands available in user exec mode. Many additional commands and the configure command through which access to the configuration mode is gained. Click S1. So over here, click the CLI tab. We are only given the CLI tab here. And press enter. Now we're going to type enable to go to the privilege exec mode. And there we go. Step 2, examine the current switch configuration. Enter the show running config command. We can just do show run. There we go. Press the spacebar a few times. How many fast Ethernet interfaces does the switch have? Well, we can see goes 1 all the way down to 24, so we have 24. How many gigabit Ethernet interfaces does the switch have? It has 2 right here. What is the range of values shown for the VTY lines? That would be right here. Which command will display the current contents of the non-volatile random access memory? And that would be show start. It says startup config is not present. So why does the switch respond with that? Because it wasn't set up by someone else and we haven't set it up yet. So let's get started. Assign a name to the switch. So we're going to type config T. Now we're in global configuration mode and going to type host name capital S1. Press enter and then we can exit out of that. Just press enter one more time. Step 2, secure access to the console line. So we're going to go back into global configuration mode, config T, and then going to type line console 0, password let me in, no spaces. Don't forget to type in the login command for this one. Exit, exit, and press enter one time. Why is the login command required? If we don't type that in, that password is not going to be required when we log in. And that was the console password. So if you wanted to, just check it out quick, we can exit, and it requires the password now. Let me in, enable, Now we're back here. Okay, that was step 3. Verify that the console access is required. Step 4, secure privilege exec mode access. So it wants us to set the enable password to Cisco. So we're going to go config T, enable password C1 $C0. And notice this one, we do not need that login command. Exit. There we go. Wants us to verify that a privilege mode access is secure. So we're going to type exit one more time. And now first password for the console was let me in. And then we type enable. And it wants the C1 $C0 password. Notice I just typed that in, but you don't see anything coming up on the screen. That is because when you're typing in your password, you're not going to see anything either. So as long as you type it correctly and press enter, you're good to go. There we go. And now we can type show run. Let's see. We have our line console password, let me in. And we have our enable password, Cisco. Okay, next one, configure an encrypted password. So let's go down here. We need to go into config T, enable secret. It's a secret. Press enter. Once again, we don't need that login command. That's only for the console and the SSH or telnet. So exit out of here. There we go. It says the enable secret password overrides the enable password. That's because it's much more secure. So if both are configured on the switch, you must enter the enable secret password to get into the privilege exec mode. So we're not going to be using that Cisco password anymore. And let's verify that with our show run command. We can see we have our enable secret. See how secure that looks, whereas our enable password is just open for everyone to see. Press the spacebar a few times. And we still have our line console password of let me in. So if we want to encrypt that, we'll do step 8 here. So we'll go into config T, then type service password hash encryption. And exit out of that. If we want to see if that worked, we can do show run quick. And you can see this one is now encrypted, our enable password, and our line console password is also encrypted. Next, part 3, configure a MOTD banner. So let's go ahead, config T, banner MOTD, and I just like to copy and paste this so we can get it perfectly correct. And press enter and then exit. question here, when will this banner be displayed? It will be displayed right when you open the CLI before you log in and everything. Why should every switch have a banner? That is just for protection. It's like on a property line, the no trespassing, that's essentially what this is. So let's double check that it went through. We'll do show run. And press the spacebar a few times. Here is our banner. This is a secure system, authorized access only. And the last one, save and verify configuration files to the NVRAM. So what we're going to do here is we're going to shorten this up a little bit and just do copy, run, start. Then we'll press enter. And there we go. What is the shortest abbreviation of the copy running config startup config? That would be the one we typed in, copy run start. And which command will display the contents of the non-volatile RAM? That would be show start for show our startup configuration. And here we go. We have our passwords all encrypted, have our banner of the day, and our console password. There we go. Are all the changes that were entered recorded? Yes, they are. Part 5, configure switch 2. So we'll do all these same things, but on switch 2 now. And as you can see, we are at a 50% completion. So that's good. Let's go ahead and jump into S2 now. So we'll click that one. We're automatically in the CLI tab. Press enter. Once, first thing, device name to S2. So let's type enable, then config T, and now we can put this name in. So it's going to be host name, capital S2, and there we go. That worked. We are now S2. Protect access to the console using the let me in password. So this is our line console password. So we're going to do line console 0. Press enter. We're going to do password let me in. Press enter again. Now don't forget that login command. Press enter. And then we can exit. Next one, it wants us to configure an enable password of Cisco. So let's do that. We'll type enable password C1 $C0. So that should be done. And then next we're going to do our secret password here. So that is enable secret. It's a secret. Configure an appropriate message to those logging in. So we're going to take that same banner from before. So we can actually just copy this whole thing right here. Copy. Paste that in and press enter. Next one is encrypt all plaintext passwords. So that is going to be service password dash encryption. Press enter. Ensure that the configuration is correct. So let's just do show run. Or actually, sorry, let's exit out of this now and then do that show run command. Here we go. We have our secret password. We have our enable password. They're already encrypted because that's what we did here in step E. Press the space bar a few times. We have our banner, MOTD, and we have our console password, which is also encrypted now. So that's all good. And the last one we're going to do is the copy run start command. And we'll press enter. And now we can do show start to make sure it's all there. For show our startup configuration, we have our passwords. We have our banner of the day and our line console password. And we can see now as well, we have 100% completion. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.